Hello everyone, welcome to Story Time. We are currently reading Nan and Sidekick Grandad by Annaliese Matheron. And Annaliese is a local author and she has said that we can read her book and share her stories for Story Time. So thank you very much, Annaliese. So get yourselves comfortable and let's find out what happens next. We are now on chapter 6, Time Out. All right, so I was wrong about the rat poison, Ben said to Ted. Ted gave an "I told you so" look. But I know there's something going on. Ben opened the bedroom door and tiptoed out onto the landing, avoiding creaky floorboards. He peered down the staircase. The lounge door was closed, so the meeting must have started. He went back to his room, pulled a jumper from the drawer and put it on. He then put on his cap and his trainers before reaching for his backpack, into which he stuffed his notepad and binoculars. Ben retrieved the pillows from the floor, pulled back the covers and positioned them carefully on the bed. That way, if Nan looked in, she'd think he was still asleep. He drew the curtains and picked up Ted from the windowsill. He went to stuff him in the bag too, but had second thoughts. "You'd better stay here. It might be dangerous," he said, and popped him onto the bed instead. Ted looked relieved. Ben sneaked across the landing and went straight to Kieran's room. "Get out of here, girl pants, before I tell Nan and she wallops you with her slipper." Ben's eyes flew to Kieran's ear. It was swollen and purple. "You can tell Nan if you want. I'm already in trouble," Ben replied, making his way over to the window. "Yeah, I thought I heard a bit of commotion downstairs. What did you do? Nick someone's Zimmer frame?" "Ha ha," Ben mocked, opening the window and looking down onto the flat roof of the utility room. Ben turned to face Kieran. "I need your phone," he said with an outstretched hand. "Yeah, right. You think I'm just going to give you my phone?" "Yep, because if you don't, that photo of you skinny dipping is going up on the school notice board." Kieran turned white. "You wouldn't dare. I was 3. It was on holiday." "Phone," said Ben, his hand still out. "I'm amazed that we shared DNA," Kieran said as he pulled the phone from his pocket. Ben took the phone and stuffed it in his backpack, which he threw over his shoulder, then climbed onto the windowsill and swung his legs outside. "What do you think you're doing?" Kieran said. Ben lowered himself down onto the roof as quietly as he could, then climbed down the trellis holding up the clematis? Can't say that word. Flowers, and into the back garden. Ben, Kieran whispered after him. Ben ignored his brother and headed straight for the shed. It was locked, but he knew that Grandad kept the key under the mat. He let himself in, quickly found the torch on the shelf and shone it on the back panel. Having removed the bucket of golf balls and the hose, he started feeling around the panel for a switch or latch or something. Nothing. He began searching the shelves and there he found it, a big white button just behind a tin of fishing floats. Ben hit the button and the panel folded into the wall like a shop front shutter to reveal the stairwell he'd seen earlier. He wasted no time as he started to make his way down the twisting staircase. It was cold underground. Ben was glad he had his sweater on. He jogged quickly down the steps, not just to heat himself up, but because he was eager to see what mystery lay at the bottom. He was nearly there. He could see the soft glow of lights. Then his heart leapt. There was someone in the shed. Seconds later, he relaxed as he heard Kieran exclaim, "What on earth is going on?" Ben continued down the stairs. They eventually led to a room. The room was bigger than Nan's lounge, and it was made of concrete. It had 4 workstations running down the far wall, each with a computer flashing the logo NPS. The right-hand wall was full of television monitors. Each monitor was showing a slightly different view of Honeypot Grove. By now, Kieran had made his way down the narrow stairwell, and on entering the room, looked around in amazement. What in the world? "They obviously take neighbourhood watch very seriously round here," exclaimed Ben. "Who's NPS?" Kieran asked. "It's the old fogies, that's what they call themselves, the Neighbourhood Preservation Society. Don't you pay attention to anything?" Kieran shrugged. "Not if I can help it." A small radio crackled into life, making Ben and Kieran jump. "What's that?" Kieran asked, his voice suddenly high. Ben and Kieran listened to the voices playing over the radio. "It's tuned into the police radio, I think," Ben said as he made out some of the code-type language being used. "Who's that?" Kieran asked, pointing to one of the monitors. It showed a front view of Mrs. Gillespie's house, and on the right was a tall figure dressed in black. The figure jumped over the wall and bounded over the high side gate. "Wow," Kieran said. "Where is he?" "Mrs. Gillespie's house." Kieran shuddered. "That old woman gives me the creeps." Here was something the two of them could agree on. "Look, there he is," Ben pointed to another monitor. It showed a rear view of Mrs. Gillespie's house. The man clad in black could be seen fiddling with the back door handle. Then he was in. "What should we do?" asked Kieran. "Use that radio thingy to tell the police?" "Yeah, Kieran, that's a good idea. Oh, hello, officer. I know I'm talking to you via an illegal tap on your radio waves, but we're inside my granddad's secret underground surveillance centre and have just seen a robber dressed all in black jump over a garden gate and break into the home of a horrible old lady." "I see your point," said Kieran. "But we can't just do nothing, can we?" "Of course not. I'm going to check it out." "What? Shouldn't we just tell Nan and Grandad?" "They wouldn't believe us." "Well, what if the guy's got a gun?" "Kieran, I don't think lycra suits have pockets." Ben made his way to the stairs. "You can stay here if you want, but I want answers." Wow. Okay, so that's getting even more exciting. What is going on at Mrs. Gillespie's house? I don't know. We'll have to tune in tomorrow, so come back tomorrow at 2 o'clock and we will read the next chapter of Nan and Sidekick Grandad by Annaliese Matheron. So I will see you all there. Bye-bye.